What's going on YouTube? Welcome to WestysAngling. We're back in the tackle room again today and we're going to be unboxing and setting up my new bait boat. I've got a specimen session booked at the end of this week, so I wanted to get this up and running. I'm going to talk you through why I bought it and how I'm going to be using it to increase my chances of getting a few fish for you on the session. Fingers crossed. Okay folks, so let's get into the unboxing. You're seeing this as I'm seeing it. I've not opened it yet. I'm pretty excited to get it open and see what it looks like. The make of this bait boat is called Boatman. It's one of the cheapest bait boats that you can actually get in the UK. Very cost effective. At the time of filming, this one cost me about 260 quid. It's one of the lower models, but it's the compass version, which can direct itself to a particular swim and go in a straight line and is not affected by wind and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk you through it, what you get in the box, so on and so forth. This is something that I've purchased out of my own money. I'm not affiliated in any way, shape or form with the company. I doubt they'll even know that I'm doing a review on it. So let's have a look. Now, let's stick this out of the box and get a better view. Okay, let's put that down to the side. Got some instruction manuals there and we'll get rid of the box. So there it is. Not as big as some of the ones that you can get, but it's as big as I'm going to need it to be. And there you go. That's the company name, Boatman. I think he buys these from China and then modifies them. Now, you can spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds on bait boats. Obviously, you get what you pay for. But these look really good quality and they get excellent reviews as well. So we're going to get this set up. So it's got two bait loading sections. We've got a middle part with a trigger activated door and a rear trigger activated door as well. The rear one I think is where you put your hook baits. And then obviously you trigger activate it using the mechanism that's on the remote control, which is here. You can control both of these doors independently of each other. So this is the compass part of the bait boat, I think, that's got all the sensors in, this part at the front, because the lower model to this doesn't have this part on it. It's got lights, this version as well, so you can use it at night. And apparently holds 1.5 kilograms of bait, which is more than enough bait going out, especially at this time of year. Got two rear propellers there. What else do you get in the box? You've got a cleaning towel. As part of the warranty, you've got to wipe it down after every use. So I'm guessing that's why they provide that. Charging cable. And what's this? Secondary charging cable. One charging cable might be for the remote, and then I'm guessing this bigger one's probably for the boat itself. So what we're also going to do with this boat, we're going to upgrade it slightly. As you know, if you watch some of my videos, I've actually got a deeper. So this is a deeper Chirp 2 Plus, and what we're going to do with it is we're actually going to attach it on the boat somehow. So what we're going to use is this attachment here that I've got off eBay, and we're going to stick it on there and adjust it slightly so that everything fits, and that just sits the deeper in the water on the back of the boat there. So that's how it'll sit, and I'll be able to get a reading of where the fish are, so I can just drop a PVA bag on the heads, hopefully. Obviously, I'll be able to see how deep it is in that particular spot, where the fish are holding on the bottom. Now, you let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you think this is cheating, or do you think this is effective tactics at this time of year? Obviously, with me going out filming it for you, I want to do everything I can to get the best chance of getting you a fish on camera. So I'm not professional in any way, shape or form. All I want to do is make sure that I managed to get a fish for you on the day that I'm filming. I've seen pictures at the place where I'm going to. There's cats coming out and there's carp coming out. The carp go to about £30 and there's catfish to about £70 in there. And they are feeding, but they're only feeding in particular spots. So it's about making sure that I find those deeper spots with the deeper and dropping it into those feeding holes where it's going to be potentially slightly warmer at this time of year, and that's where they'll be feeding, fingers crossed. So that's the boat. So I'm going to get this set up, I'm going to get the instructions, have a read of them, and I'll come back and we'll go through the operation of it. Okay folks, so I've just switched the remote on, looks like it's got some charge in it. Battery's in here. Apparently this is cable tied in. Now obviously that's not connected to anything so far, but I think the cable tied the battery in just for transit. So we'll cut that if I can. And that's the battery out. Like I said, you're seeing this as I'm seeing it. Can't be more live and unedited than this. Connecting the battery there, how it came out. There we go. Touch the battery back in. Put the top back on. That's just push fit by the looks of it. It's not screw fitting or anything like that. Turn her on. Here we go. Lights are on. What should we call it, guys? What should we call the WestysAngling bait boat, by Boatman? Should we call it the Black Pearl? Or am I going to get copyrighted for that? I think we will. I think we'll call it the Black Pearl. Look at that, So when you want to charge it, folks, all you do is disconnect the battery. Then it's just as simple as plugging your charging cable into the side of the battery. Like any battery, what they say on the website is don't leave it plugged in too long because it can actually kill the battery. So this particular model comes with a 10 amp battery, and like I said to you before, you should get about 5 hours playtime on that, which is more than enough for a couple of days session. If you were going for up to a week or something like that, you might want to get yourself another battery. They sell other batteries on the site as well. So yeah, I'm sure that you agree, pretty cost effective bait boat. They do different models of these on the website as well. So if you wanted something a little bit better, if you don't have a deeper, you can actually buy ones on there with sonar as well. Depending on what you want to use it for and what you've already got in terms of gear. I'm looking forward to using this on the bank this coming week. And obviously if you're following the channel, you'll get a chance to see me using this next week. If you aren't following the channel, now's your chance to hit the subscribe button so you can see me faffing about with this and potentially crashing it or sinking it. Right, okay, let's see how this works. I've not read the instructions, I'll be honest with you. Well, that's nice and easy, isn't it? So as you saw then, that right hand button released this rear hopper. So what you would do is you would lay your bait in here, close the door, put more bait over the top, and then you would open it when you were in your designated spot. So I'd obviously have my deeper, I'd be checking on my phone what kind of depth I'm in and if there's any fish showing, and then I would simply press this button when I think I'm in the right spot. That releases the rear hopper, flashes, and then obviously what you would do is you would gently wind in and your rig would fall into the correct spot along with some bait, okay? Now I'll probably drop in a PVA bag so I just know that I'm getting little parcels of bait around my hook bait, and it's just going to be perfect. It's going to be all in one spot and it's going to be ideal. Now if I wanted to target the cats, or if I wanted to feed heavy maybe the next time I go, or if I'm doing a session into spring, I can fill up that central hopper. Let's just close this door. And the opposite button releases that. So let's do that again. That's just a push fitting. Are you ready? So left hand hopper, and that drops out, all your bait falls out, Bob's your uncle, you've got your rig and your bait on the bottom. very, very close to each other. Obviously you can spod and then you can put a rig over the top, but there's nothing more accurate than this, is there? You can pull this right up to an island. I'll probably crash it, but put it up to an island and then release the bait, whatever. So the model name for this is a Mark IV Actor compass. So the compass, like I said to you before, keeps it going in a straight line. You just press the forward button and you just press the forward button, hold it in, and that'll stay on course for 1 minute. Okay, so that makes sure that you're going in a straight line. It calculates wind interference and all the rest of it. That's why I've paid a little bit more for that money. You know that you're going to go straight to your swim. You're not using excess battery or anything like that. I think these have got a 5-hour run time, so quite a long time. Obviously I'm going to fully charge it up before I go, so on and so forth. Dead easy, just a plug and play type scenario. I've noticed as well that you can get a couple of extra propellers in the back there, just in case you break them or whatever. Okay, now I am going to put this in a bag as well, just so it's kept safe. But yeah, nice and easy, lights on and off if you're driving at night. It has quite a few different functions, but that's the basics of it. Obviously I'll have a play about with it, I'll get used to it, and we'll give it a trial run on our specimen session. But really looking forward to using it. I'm going to get this deeper set up now, just so I can show you how it fits. I'll put a link in the description as well for this particular bait boat if you wanted to look at it. Like I said, not affiliated, not even told them that I'm going to be doing this little bit of a review. But at least you know it's an honest review and we'll give it a good try out. Looks really good quality for the price. Definitely can't argue with that. This I've bought separate. So this deeper arm I've just bought off eBay. Looks like I need a little Allen key, and I'm just going to move this down a couple of pegs, and I think that'll be about right. So I want that, yeah, maybe down a couple of pegs just into the water, because that needs to be attached like that. And then you've got a little clip there just to really make sure that if this comes off for whatever reason, because that's only going to be velcroed on there, if that comes off for whatever reason, you know that you're not going to lose your 300-pound deeper across the lake. So that's all you get. Little velcro pads, and that's hopefully enough to hold it on and keep it secure. I've just got a little Allen key out of my toolbox. You'd be a bit stuffed if you don't have an Allen key, because this actually doesn't come with one. I think, let's see what it'll need to be on there. I think we're going to have to be at the max there. It needs to have a little bit of movement, this, so I don't want to tighten it too tight, because it needs to bob about with the water. So I've just snapped the little inserts out of here. Maybe that's just left over from the manufacturing process or what. So that should allow for these screws to go through there, which then go into my deeper. Now, if you don't have a deeper, obviously you can skip this part, but if you're interested, it might be helpful to you. Right, so that needs to go on that way, but I'm actually going to stick it that way, as close to the edge as I can. And hopefully, this is strong sticky tape. This little bit of sticky tape there to hold on this 300-pound deeper. Crazy. But I've cheaped out, so it's going to have to do. So I'm just going to stick that on tight. That's like bloody super Velcro. I don't know what's... It's like... it's very, very strong. It kind of clips in. And once you've clipped it in, I tell you what, you can't get it out. Oh, strong as out, that. I'll tell you what, folks, if you're planning on putting your deeper on a bait boat, make sure you've got a full set of Allen keys. Got about 4 different Allen keys here. So there we go. That's our deeper attached. Seems pretty secure. So I'm just going to pop it in, and that'll just sit in the water like that. It'll gently move with the water, and your little wire strap goes underneath just to secure you deeper, just to give it like a secondary line of safety, just in case this arm come off for whatever reason. So you're not going to lose your deeper, but I need to get a better carabiner because that is absolutely awful. But yeah, there's my boat, the Black Pearl. or the black boilie, what should we call it? Not massive, definitely portable. I mean, I wouldn't like to carry it around in a rucksack, but portable enough for when you're specimen fishing. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little bait boat setup. If you've got any questions about this or you want my opinion on it, feel free to comment. I'll try and get back to everybody in the comments always. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Westies Angling.